Oh, yeah, a little tired here, but whatever. I'm gonna push through. Music day. I have to leave in a little bit and do like a major practice over all of our songs with the group I'm in because we've got some dates coming up. Three microbreweries, which should be nice gigs. We don't want to play the bar scene, where you're just in the background and nobody's listening to you and stuff. These are more concerty type of things, which is nice. Anyway, music. My emphasis for making videos is, one, I use this as a platform to sell my bows. Gives me a little extra income in the winter, which is good. And so I have for sale, and typically I sell them, which is good. Next of all is, I've mentioned this before, I'm good at repeating myself, is creating a little network of people. YouTube friends, I've got quite a few of them out there. Loyal viewers, that the ones that stick around are open-minded and and understand when I'm joking around. The next is to encourage you to do things, to get up and take that chance and do that thing that you've always wanted to do, whether or not it's making bows or sinew backing or anything. I want to encourage you to be active participants in your life and do something fun. Now, my philosophy is everyone should have a musical instrument that they work at, that they play, that they have fun. It's one of these things where I realized when I was a kid that I always want to look forward to something, the next morning. I want to look forward to something tomorrow. And, depending on your circumstances, you might just work like a dog. I know that there's some people out there that are watching this that just work, 70 hours a week. Living paycheck to paycheck. Life is stressful. Personal issues, medical issues, everything. But music is such a good way to escape from that. We've all turned on the radio in a car or at home or whatever and sang along with it, or played air guitar or air violin. Why not actually play a real instrument? The fun is in the journey. It's not in the destination. So many people, they pick up a guitar, just, it's one of the most common instruments, and it's not pleasing the sounds that they get, and so they quit, or it seems too difficult. I am going to tell you, right here and now, that if you do it correctly, you're just doing it for fun, and then just taking a tune and working on it and stuff like that, being patient with yourself, being good to yourself, and not getting frustrated. I'm one to talk. In my younger years, I have curb stomped violins and broke bows. Yes, but as I get older, I realize I'm having fun just picking along with stuff. An important feature of it, I was going to impress you with the low quality of my son's guitar. He went to the Air Force, and of course, old dad turned into a storage facility. Well, he left it's kind of a Les Paul copy of a guitar, a very low quality one. And I can't imagine, really being driven to pick that thing up. I'm all for good instruments, good quality instruments. You might say, well, John, I'm not going to spend $1,000, on a nice Epiphone Les Paul copy. Well, you don't need to. You don't need to. You have to just shop smart. You're on the internet. You have the ability to read reviews and, figure out what is a good instrument. In my case, $179, baby, made in America. Excellent quality. I didn't mention it. Schaller tuners, and Kahler everything. The Marzio pickups, and it feels right. It looks right, and I just can't put this thing down, except when I'm practicing my violin for my band. And so what? You don't want to play the guitar. Mandolins. You can get a Rogue mandolin, which are highly rated for cheap mandolins. $49, $50. You can get a very playable mandolin. I bought I can't even remember the name of it, a Mendini MV300 violin, which I love playing. Here, it's sitting right here. $79. And it doesn't have the tone of my expensive one. I've got a beautiful, this side of $2,000 violin. But I bought it used, and list price was $1,750 plus tax and licenses and all that stuff. But I bought it used for $1,100, you know? So I got a deal on it used. But for Cajun music and stuff, typically Cajun violin, you know, not a totally expensive instrument, and so it works out well. $79 for a violin I like. I don't have that $49 mandolin. I've got a Gibson and then a nice old Kentucky. But, you know, it just goes to show you, if you do your research and, you know, shop smartly, you can get something that you really like. As a side note, the pots, you know, the tone and volume knobs on that really nice Peavey Grind BXP bass, it saw barely any use, so the pots weren't full of mung and stuff. Roberto Zevnik, I twisted those knobs like a monkey on crack, and yeah, cleaned them right up. They're fine now. Harmonicas, you know, an accordion, anything. Now, just to demonstrate, I've been having fun doing this, and I'm gonna, yes, have the sound turned down a little, or my wife is gonna kill me. You know, practicing bar chords. Which is simple, you know, I'm just barring with my pinky and my whatever finger that is, and doing other fun stuff. Got to trim my thumbnail. But you know, just practicing things over and over again. I'm not going to tie you up too much because I'm going to go back to practicing Smells Like Teen Spirit and the beginning of Purple Haze, but just having fun. Now, a side note, I am going to have to grab my guitar again. We've all heard of that game called Simon, right? Where you get that lighted thing, green, you push it down, and then green and orange, push it down in order. And working with this, just kind of piddling around, it's exactly like that. It's a good mental exercise. Then I'm going to add something else. And just working through it. And just getting pleasing tones. Have to have a full song to have fun. I can just practice that passes the time, and I'm working towards something. And so, my friends in YouTube land, this is your homework. I want you to sit down and make a list of the instruments that you've always wanted to play. And just for the fun of it, you know, pick one out. You don't want to be like me that has, my goodness, this place is like a music store. I traded, you know, having whatever I want to grab, you know, going into debt for it. But, you know, this is a debt world, and if you're going to go into debt, you might as well do it something that's realistic. As I tell people, it's an investment, not like a purchase. You know, if you buy smart and buy used. But pick out the one you want to play. Guitar, mandolin, violin, concertina, you know, whatever, hurdy-gurdy. And then research it. You go to like various forums and stuff like that. You see a guitar you like and stuff. Go to Guitar Center. You know, I'm not going to complain about them. I bought a Gibson mandolin, 1920, the A2. I bought this Peavey guitar and a Peavey Grind bass. And, you know, in the case of the bass, they didn't test it out. I had the lowered action, but whatever. Got a really good deal on it. And I bought a good quality instrument that I would like to keep that bass, but it's going into my son's hand because it's just amazing. I love the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it feels. You know, it's an instrument that I don't want to put down. But yeah, and then, you know, do it. Make that leap. You could get a nice acoustic guitar. Seriously, I bought a really nice one for my sister, brand new at Sweetwater, for $150. And she's playing it. Do it. This is the day that you're going to start learning how to play an instrument. Tomorrow you can work on your sinew-backed bows, but today is music day. I'm doing my best to talk you into learning something. You don't have to be good at first. You just have to enjoy making sounds with it. And then you will pick it up later. everything in good time. And it's also a lesson in patience. You know, the greatest things in life that you can achieve were achieved through patience. That's all. I'm going to shut down now, continue practicing this fine old world made in the good old US of A Peavey badass guitar. $179. $179. And there's more to be had. Nitro 1. If you want to spend a little more, get the ultimate in axes. The PV the PV T600. And those are nice because they have a natural finish and they're made out of ash. Made in the US. Just beautiful guitars. Some people say they're heavy, but they're beautiful guitars. Alright, that's all. You are released from this formation.